I was talking to people in the community tabs about reviewing or doing some sort of video on a Highlander hybrid, the first gen, since I already did a regular gas first gen Highlander. And then look, this popped up in our lot at work, so I was like, you know what, let me just do a quick video. It's not going to be a full out review because I already did that, so you can check out the 2004 Highlander limited video if you want a full in-depth review on a Highlander. But let's look at this 2006. So like I said, it's a 2006 Toyota Highlander. It's the base hybrid with all-wheel drive. So the only options that I think this has are all-wheel drive and the third row, but they called it four-wheel drive I. This one is not in that great of shape. It has 128,000 miles on it. This one does have the single stage white Toyota paint. My dad's old 4Runner, which he sold, it had the same, I think it was called super white, something like that. But you know, it's common for these old white Toyotas to have their clear coat fade, so they need paint correction and all that stuff. I did that on his, but whatever. But you know, same look. This is the refreshed one, just like the other one that I drove. The hybrids have those special wheels. Usually they have hybrid badging on the fender, so I'm surprised this one doesn't have it. The hybrids also got LED tail lights, and you know, there is one hybrid badge on the back, and then you know, there's the LED tail lights. I like how the LED tail lights look more than the regular ones, but that's what makes the hybrid special. You know, you could see here not treated too well, but it's the base model. This one is dirty, I'm sorry, but you know, this is going to the auction, so we're not keeping it. But you know, inside not too bad. You know, just like every other first gen Highlander, you have a power driver's seat. The passenger seat is manual. I'll just get in it. It still feels solid in here when you shut the door. Now, something about the hybrids that is interesting is that there is no starter noise, because the electric motors and the battery are actually the starter. So start it up, and that's it. So it's interesting. So yeah, 128,000 miles. So there are, I mean, the biggest difference on the inside of a gas Highlander and a hybrid Highlander, oh, well, the gas engine just started up, but is the gauges. You have this, you know, instead of the tachometer, you have this power gauge, I guess. And then if you cycle through this, it shows what's going to the battery and the charge of the battery, and then what's going to the electric motors, and just a little trip computer right there. Other than that, it's pretty similar to the other Highlanders of this era. You could get a navigation system, which was optional, but since this is the base model, you know, cloth seats, it has a sunroof, but you know, no wood trim or no fancy things like that. Another difference between the gas and hybrid Highlanders is the B mode. That's for regenerative braking, I'm pretty sure. The Prius and all that had that, but this is a different idea than the Prius. This was actually 2.5 seconds faster to 60 than a regular 3-liter or 3.3 liter gas Highlander. The gauges are nice and easy to read. They're, you know, from far away, it's not hard. You know, they're illuminated even when the engine is off, the lights are off. Over here, you have your window switch gear, rear heat, which this button has not done anything. I don't know what, but whatever. Over here, the single zone climate, you know, works well. You know, it's a Toyota. This one also has the JBL audio system, so this is an upgraded system compared to a base Highlander. This one does have a neat little center console. A lot of these family SUVs of this time did. So this little, I don't know, cassette tray or whatever, storage here, cup holders here, and then just like the RX, it had this little open spot with the armrest, and then you can also put stuff underneath here where there's some power outlets like here and down there too. But let's get into the back seat. I don't think I'm gonna get into the third row just because I don't think we need to see that, but you know, cup holders back here, all cloth inserts. Nice soft seats. Looks like the people here had a dog. Kind of nasty. my car's always clean, so I'm like, yeah. But you know, legroom is nice. It's in my driving position. Headroom isn't too bad. You have a center armrest over here with cup holders, pretty soft. And let's check out the third row. So to get in the third row, you have to be on the passenger side, and then there's this lever right here that you pull forward on. Good Lord. Let's try. I mean, look at it. I don't think I need to get back there, but we will do it anyway for the sake of this video. Oh my God. Okay. I mean, okay. So I can't fit back here. You have to have no legs to, to sit back here, or babies, or just no legs. But cup holders here, there. Heater. Oh, the heater controls are in the third row for some reason. I'm sorry for the shaky thing. It's just near impossible for an adult to get back here, but it slides back. There we go. Since this is a pretty small 3-row, there's not a lot of space behind the third row, but it does tumble in one piece. And then, this is how you'll mostly see it. And then the second row also folds flat too. Under the hood of the 2006 Highlander Hybrid. First of all, the headlights bother me, but this is a 3.3 liter gas V6 paired to a hybrid system. It's not exactly the same system as the Prius, because this Highlander can get all-wheel drive, as the Prius is only front-wheel drive. In this application, it makes 268 horsepower, and torque isn't really known, but some places are saying 212, others are saying more, but it does feel torquey. And the fuel economy for this was 24 city, 27 highway, and you might be seeing, and 25 combined, which, I mean, look at how big the car is. I mean, it's not a huge car, but 25 miles per gallon combined is not bad at all for something this big. So let's start it up. There we go. And then put her in drive, and let us see how this Highlander Hybrid drives. My initial impressions in parking lots, well, the gas engine is running now, but it's quiet. It's smooth. I've been driving this for a few hours. It's very smooth driving this. And something that I do have to get used to is how spongy the brake is in these in these hybrids. The Prius is kind of the same way. So comparing this to a front-wheel drive V6 Highlander that I reviewed, this definitely is a lot more composed. I've not floored it yet, just because I want to save my impressions for a little bit, for this video. So it is interesting. This thing has auto start stop, pretty much. Stop doing that. There's something wrong with the fuel lid. But since it's creeping in traffic, the engine is off, so now it's just using battery. This thing, the fuel lid is not open. It keeps telling me that. It's rubbish. Not bad. Not bad. Now, it is a CVT. I forgot to mention that. You can hear the damn thing whine down like some angry blender. But this is a CVT, so the regular Highlanders of this era have a 5-speed automatic. Some had a 4-speed earlier models, but this one has a CVT. It actually is pretty smooth. Of course, it's not sporty. It's nothing sporty, but for just driving normally, it's honestly seamless. I have no complaints with it. Doesn't feel too rubber bandy at all. So that's pretty good. I'm satisfied with how this thing just accelerates normally. And wide open throttle, that's when it kind of does feel, it just feels like a Highlander. I did want to report that mid-range torque on this thing is very good. It has really good mid-range torque, passing people on the highway or just passing people in town. It is also interesting hearing the thing wind down when you slow down around a corner when you're going slow. But it is pretty quiet. The gas to electric transition is pretty smooth. And this is what I like about Toyota hybrids, especially modern Toyota hybrids, is that they're so smooth because Toyota's had these hybrids out since 98 in the first generation Prius. Okay, we have this open road here. Not bad, not bad. I mean, it's quick. It's definitely quick for a Highlander. But I kind of have a problem with how it winds down. But, I mean, who's going to be driving a Highlander hybrid like this all the time? Let's see how... Woo! It's quick. It's quick. It's honestly quick. It definitely feels faster than the 3.3 liter front-wheel drive Highlander that I reviewed a few months ago. If I put it into B mode, I don't really notice a huge difference. I mean, at least me, I'm expecting regenerative braking, and I don't really notice it too much with this. Let's see here. Not bad. It's not bad. It's good. So, you know, I just had a few minutes extra at work that I decided to shoot this car before it goes away, because it probably will. So I hope I see you guys soon. We've been pretty busy at the end of the month and end of the year at the dealership. So I will hopefully see you in the next video, which hopefully will be sooner than later. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. This isn't how I usually do my stuff, but time crunch, but you know, yeah. See you guys later. Bye, peeps.